fire rain down on me. You don't communicate. You're not going to say nothing. Double standard.
Do you think in society now it's more acceptable to be that lesbians are more accepted?
Every bra was trying to keep their head straight because you can see the emotions staring lasers into their heads on the sides. But women are taught how they must be treated by a man.
Put It By The Wall is the #1 podcast nowhere in the world.
Yeah, man, at least this is where they come to be inspired and motivated, my brother.
Okay, you're not lying. You're not lying.
Amen.
Welcome back to another episode of Put It By The Wall, the podcast where we speak about stuff to get you inspired and make you feel like you can take over the world, stuff to make you smile, and then just stuff in general. I am your host, Kurt.
I'm Laurent.
And today, we've got a crazy topic, a funny topic, an interesting topic, because double standards.
As you can see.
Now, it's more big.
Yeah.
Double standards. This is going to be...
But that's how it is in society.
Yeah?
Is it not? Double standards?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that goes... Yeah. Now, sorry, before we start. Me and the Mochi had... no, I wouldn't say... Well, it's just something that passed me over, but I thought you had to get a double standard on this. Because she got the influx of financials, so to say. Yeah?
Okay.
But she only told me when I didn't ask, but it wasn't volunteered. She was said after the fact. You know what I mean? It was said, but probably not when say a day later. Yeah.
Okay.
When it was just someone passing.
By the way,
I got to know if that was me. If I had to say nah, and it was a decent, substantial amount. If I had to say I have forgot again. I got to 2,000, 3,000, then you would have seen the
fire rain down.
Fire rain down on me. You don't communicate. You're not going to say nothing. Double standard. Oh my God.
In every relationship
there is.
And not just a relationship, just like you said, in society in general. And double standards, obviously everybody knows what double standards are. But here's a very simple explanation. Double standards are different rules for different people about the same thing.
That was actually well said, huh? Well fucking said. Oops.
In any case.
Yeah. That's
what double standards are. And it's a weird one. It's like, and you can't really get around it. As long as there's different people in the world, as long as there's different races, males and females, there is double standards. Talk about that. No? Yeah. While we're on the topic of males and females.
Don't get yourself in trouble. That's all.
No. Guys and lesbians. Look here. Okay, before we get any further, this is specifically our opinions. This is our views. Yeah. We are not representing all men. We are not representing all colored people. We are not representing nobody. This is our opinions only. So, if you roast or if you have anything to say, it's us. It's our opinion.
Yeah.
No?
Yes. 100%.
So, especially with this topic, because it can be a bit sticky.
Okay. So, look, I'm very curious now to see where you're going to go, because I don't know. And we're both linked together now. So,
it's not so
I just want to get cancelled, man.
So early in the game. Okay, so anyway, so the double standards with guys and lesbians, I'm going to say this. That do you think in society now it's more acceptable to be that lesbians are more accepted than guys? Like 100%, two guys together.
100%. I still, even now, not today, but I recently saw two brothers, two dudes holding hands, walking down the road, not doing anything. People's faces was now still stigmatized from.
It's still of
but ridicule. 2 girls. No way you will see it.
Okay.
Porn.
Oh, sticky.
Girl on girl. Billions of views. Billions. Nobody talks about guys, but nobody wants to.
But only because we do. Because it's mostly guys that watch it. Okay, I'm saying that now. It's mostly guys that watch it now. Look here, for the kiddies, Guys, this is not one for the kiddies.
episode, yeah.
Since this is not one for the kiddies.
It's a rated R episode, yeah.
So for it's mostly men watching porn. I would assume. I'm pretty sure. And ladies,
Woman,
don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie.
we're talking to you.
We're talking to
Yeah.
you.
Hmm?
They what?
You know what you do in the shadows.
In the shadows, my bro. In the shadows. And then males get ridiculed for it a lot. But like I said,
yeah.
that's another double standard. No?
That is a double standard because men get, how do I say, put down or stigmatized for watching porn. Women can say, yeah, I watch porn. Everybody,
wow. You're so forward thinking.
What kind of porn do you watch? You're so progressive and whatnot. Can't eat the breast in the corner. You feral creature. Don't touch me. Don't come near me with your sticky fingers.
Yo, we jumped in on the deep end, you know? We jumped in on the deep end, definitely.
This is the episode. Double standards. It's in every single aspect of your life. Work, home, church, even with your children.
Yes, definitely.
Even with your friends, with your parents.
With children, this is one. As soon as we say children, this hopped into my head because I was thinking about this before I came to the studio. I was sitting and I was watching my child playing there on the floor. My child got hurt. So it's a boy. So he got hurt. And I'm like, and immediately I said to him, he was like, Aina. And I was like, strong boy. He does this thing where I say, so daddy was a strong boy and he's like, so I was like, no, strong boy, tough guy. Then I realized like, if it was a girl, I would have been,
ice cream.
I would have been cradling her, yeah.
But that is just, it's human nature. It's inherent in us to have double standards. Because that's the way the world raised us, so to say.
And double standards when dating and paying for lunch and paying for supper and paying for food and paying for stuff in general. I'm gonna tell you now. I don't have that double standard. Or I don't have that problem where if you want to buy me something, I'll be like, no, I'm the macho man. No. I need to pay.
Never.
No, baby. Never. Spoil me.
I just want to be just a princess. Just that's the one. Yes, I want that. And I want that. Yeah.
I'm my sugar baby.
I will say the relationship I'm in now. There's no one-way street where you want to forever. Because I was, my mouth, they'll call this afternoon, I said, like, look, we're doing you driving around for getting all this, what else, no? Come and buy your burger.
But it's burgers.
I said, God, you know what? That small little thing, it made me forget about all this driving around 2 hours, 3 hours, the whole day. Because it's a gesture. It's just to say,
so those are kind of things that we should also, that we do kind of, I would assume, I know you're the type of person that you are. You go over and beyond, so I know you do those things for.
Yeah, 100. I try my best to do, yeah. And look, it's not always vice versa, but when it comes, it comes. It's appreciated. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's the.
It might just happen a bit more. I would like it to happen a bit more. Not gonna lie, but what I get, I'm grateful for.
Yeah. Look, my wifey does a lot. She actually said now the other day. Spoke about a few things and roles in the house and that kind of thing. But you see, the thing is, there has to be like roles in a relationship.
Yeah, have to be. Even somebody must know.
Before we got married, actually, we spoke to the pastor, and we actually went through for the premarital counseling. We actually went through a list of things. Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? And it's cool because, I mean, up to this point, we still remember who must do what. You see? Yeah. It even goes as far as who's putting out the dirt.
I have a story, but for when you're done.
So the dirt is my job to put out and that kind of thing. Not to say that she can't do it, but the main responsibility is mine. She cooks and whatever. And, she cooks. That's her thing. That's what she does. I don't mess in the kitchen. So it's her domain. She cooks and does those kind of things. Like I said, I'm not, and it's not a misogynist thing at all. It's got nothing to do with oppression and under the thumb and all the kind of things. It's nothing to do with that. It's roles basically, because in the same breath, I wouldn't expect you to carry a stove if it needs to be moved.
Yeah.
You understand?
Or carry a couch, or carry a fridge. That's my job.
Yeah.
On that now, where you were talking about you sitting down with the priest with the list and whatnot. In my previous, when I was about to, we also sat down with the priest and did that. I think we went for two or three sessions with that priest. With priest Baba did that, no? And I think at that point, not then, I had a lapse in judgment, because 2 years after we were married, we found out the priest pastor that we used, man, didn't file nothing.
Yes.
He didn't file the marriage certificate. He just took the money. It's gone. Do you
know him still?
You know when we found out? No. We found out when he died. So somebody phoned us to say, we found this year, certificate so not filed to the day. And
that's hardcore, bro.
At that time, we weren't married yet. Technically,
yeah.
But then, my stupid ass went to the court, went to the...
Look, nothing is in vain.
It's nothing in vain, but I think back, I could have saved myself.
You could have saved yourself so much heartache.
But then, we wouldn't be here. There wouldn't be a podcast.
That's exactly it. We wouldn't have had anything to speak about, yeah.
Also, one other double standard thing that I hate, but it must be done. Sounds late at night. Baby,
who's gonna go?
No, there's no who's gonna go. You're gonna go. You must go find out. Even though you can be just as scared. You can be, doesn't matter what is happening, pitch darkness. You must go look. So if somebody kill you, you know they're gonna kill them. So why am I going out? If they kill you, I can at least prepare myself.
So what you say? She must go with you.
Look, equal opportunity, man. Work as a team. But also I can't, because my mom, she's faster than me. She used to run athletics. So I'm not lose. It's a lose situation, yeah. Okay.
That's the thing. I'm gonna say in that department, I follow that role. Like I go and I do it, like, also because for you it's like, we are natural protectors.
You have to be. That's the
we
thing.
Are natural protectors.
It's instinctual.
It's instinctual. Yeah. It's very 100%. Instinctual. So we kind of do. That is what we do.
Yeah.
We make sure that everything is okay and that everybody's fine.
Yeah, you would. Talking about that. This is a small thing. This is, we were walking over the road earlier. Not over the road, in the mall parking lot.
Yeah.
But there was a car coming on. Instinctively, I had bags in my hand. Just
that's what you do.
Go and say, what are you doing? I must obviously see the car.
Yeah.
Then I get scared out.
But just for
instinct, yeah.
But that's the thing. Yeah. So you are just, sometimes we can be a bit overprotective, maybe.
Overbearing, yeah. Fair enough, I get it.
But in the end of the day, it's for you want to keep them safe.
100%. But you can't tell them they overbearing when they doing.
No, that's a double standard also. They can say, but we can't.
Because we speak logic. We don't consider feelings most of the time.
Talk about this, about logic. Wifey tells me all the time, it's logic. It's logic to do this. It's logic to do that. It's logic to... My wife says that a lot. It's logic.
But it's not logic. It's feeling.
I'm not going to put myself in firing line. So... I'm not gonna go down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but she says it a lot.
It's logical.
It's logic.
It's common sense.
And I'm like, okay. Look, you talk about that. Did you have something to say?
No. I have nothing to say on that.
Yes. Not on that front. It's something else.
I wanted to go into the psychology a bit of double standards.
Cover it.
Okay, so at the heart of double standards lies cognitive dissonance. That is when you, when you're separating person from idea, you know what I mean? So that person is there, but the idea of them overpowers it. You know what I mean? So you already have preconceived notions of something. So the mental discomfort experience when holding two conflicting beliefs. That is now so that is a double standard. Like yes, you can wear black, but also I don't like it when you wear black. You know what I mean? Something to that effect. So here's an example. For instance, someone might believe in equality, but still judge others based on outdated stereotypes. You know, now that is especially in today's warriors, social warriors, and this and that. The one thing that always works on my nerves is not works on my nerves, but it's so delusional. Is this? And I will say for this, it's mostly American women who say, "I want my man need to be 6 foot, need to at least make 100 grand a month, must be driving this, must be driving that."
I'm gonna say now, don't generalize like that.
No, I'm not. I said it's mostly.
Nah, but it's everybody, my bro. Not everybody.
Okay,
I've heard a few people
fair enough,
those kind of things.
Fair enough, no? But you can't have that if you don't bring that to the table. Because
So
the woman,
it's fine.
The woman I'm talking about who's saying these things, all the broke niggas who are still living at home.
So what I wanted to say, now, so the double standard is it's fine for women to be broke, but not for a man to be broke.
You can't. How can you be broke? How can you tell me if you approach a mochi with?
Look here, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. That okay, firstly, I'm nothing special, no?
Don't ever say that.
Yes. No. I mean,
yes, you are.
you're now gonna get the context. Let me point you the picture.
Okay.
That I mean in the context of if I date a woman, no, if I date someone, I'm no one's Captain Saver. I'm telling you that now.
100%.
So for me, like I've obviously dated an array of different type of women and whatever before. But as I grew up, I was thinking to myself, you know what? You don't want to be, if you're not there, then this person is nothing without you. And vice versa, because I've been in that position, like not maybe money wise, but mental, like emotionally. Like if this person is not with you any longer, then who are you? And that can spiral. That can take you into a real dark place.
Dark ass, man.
That can take you into a dark place.
I know exactly what you're talking about. To separate that, but there's yet again it's the idea.
That's actually why I like the Stoic philosophy, because a lot of people think that Stoic philosophy is like that you don't have any feelings towards another thing. It's completely the opposite. It's like you acknowledge the feeling.
You just control it.
But you accept it. You accept the feeling, and you accept that people are different and people make different choices. You take yourself out of the expectation for people to do certain things. And if you can expect anything from anybody, that is expect them to fail. Expect them to fail. And I don't mean in a doom or gloom way. I mean just they expect them to fail you. Because Laurent is going to do what Laurent wants to do, whether he likes it or not. I'm going to do whether I want to do. You understand?
Well, I understand what you
sometimes you can expect certain things of people, and
when it falls short, you go
crazy and whatever. Like look, you don't want your lady to cheat on you. I don't want my lady to cheat on me, but
shit happens.
Exactly, shit happens. The reality is there that there might just be
that an
opportunistic moment, and this guy at the right time or whatever. I will be very shocked if it should happen, specifically on that topic. But I'm saying like, I don't think we'll be as defeated as it was like
in the past. Wow.
Like to be defeated like that again, to
crumble down.
You see, so all those negative things kind of built us up to be this exceptional people that we are right now. Yes, I'm an exceptional person.
100%.
And so is he. And so are you. And so are you.
Every story we have comes from too much personal experience.
Experiences and
front in line.
First, we went like a few round trips, like make it right.
Came very late for the good looks though. Didn't say that.
We're like, okay, do we give him good looks? No, let's put him in another line. But he was there. It doesn't matter. Let's put him there again. He is a soldier.
Yo. Thanks, sir.
Okay,
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. We correct you.
I have three of the weirdest double standards in society today. Yeah, no? Which would be men's nipples versus women's nipples.
Please enlighten me on this double standard.
The society deems it acceptable for men because men can walk out or on the beach.
Okay, yeah.
You can walk on the beach, top up. But let the woman walk. Let the big old bitties all over the place. You will see how people start complaining. Mostly women. Because especially it depends on how it looks. Depending if that's something hanging to her knees and pop, a lot of people's gonna go. But imagine that perky perks. Who's gonna take God's work away?
We're gonna get into so much trouble with this episode.
No, we're not, my brother. No, we're not. Because I will tell you one thing though. Me, like a couple of weeks ago, me and the Mochi and the Lighty and a friend were walking on the beach, Mochis. But it was in a fancy beach with it wasn't even a fancy beach. It was even Musenberg.
Okay.
We walked up, we walked back again, and there were these Caucasian queens.
Big old bitties.
They didn't care. It was a yellow mensa. This mensa was thongs. That had sunbathing on the number. And when I say it wasn't a show, but it was a show because every bra was there was trying to keep their head straight because you can see their emotions staring lasers into their heads on the sides. Me again, my mochi is secure in herself. She told me like she told me look there. I said, you'll go there. Look, I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm not falling for that trap. Can tell you that much. But yeah, that's what the double standard is number one. Then, this is now during the pandemic, essential and non-essential workers. How? Because delivery drivers was essential, but people who were doing actually essential work, like taking the dirt away, taking the dung away, they were not deemed as essential workers.
Is it?
Yeah, but didn't you?
I can't
remember COVID.
I don't remember that. Oh, yeah, for a while.
The dunguses, whatnots.
Oh, that is weird.
How? But you can deliver groceries. I don't know. And then the third one, which I don't know how this is, but it must be a thingy. Single men adopting pets. You see a single can walking with a dog. That's sexy. That's good. You see no, not even. It doesn't have to be gay. It's just a bra. Just a bra with a chihuahua or a poodle or something.
I think that's cool though.
I actually think it's cool, but not everybody does. I can promise you that. Put him in a picture put him on Facebook or something. You will see the comments, especially from the colored folks. They like to roast. They like to. Now imagine you walking in just going with your poodle. She's like, oh, your poodle, and your poodle left clothes on.
Oh, would he? Oh, would he with the chain?
It's gonna look cool, but they're still gonna roast him. There's a dog, but it was a gun. The dog have matching clothes to the.
What weird.
It's weird, but
it's just going on there.
Okay.
Double standards in the bedroom. Let's get sticky.
That's not smart to get us into trouble.
It's a light one. It's a light one. Like, it's light. Listen to it.
Okay, I'm gonna go on your. Go.
She's able to say, and you will get where I'm going. She's able to say that no, she don't feel like it. And no way, it is so. Yeah. But if you say, then there's something wrong.
That is not the word of a lie. Okay, I
almost really get that opportunity to say no.
I'm
gonna be honest. The only reason why I say no is to get back.
It's just to build up.
It's actually also not to get back, no. It's like so that I can also I can also have like a no. I don't need to build up. I'm built up.
No, man, to build up our tensions. That's my psychological tactic.
For me, it's like for me to know that I am still in check, I am still in control of my emotion. Because that can be a sticky thing. That can be like something that can get you angry quickly.
Yes, yeah. It gets me. I'm gonna be honest with you. When the doing is there, and I think, okay, let's It's finesse it now. You must now. You can't just say, "Yeah, come." That's not how it works. You must now go through the motions and the whatnot and the rubbing on the shoulders and rubbing on the necks and the whatnot and the
Until
whatnot.
they throw it back.
Then you know that's it. But I'm tired of that. Man. I would like say
to be other way around.
Yeah, just say, "Yay, come."
Scram.
Okay. I'm behind headlights and say, "Look, what must be." Simple as that. But you're 100% right. And I don't want to say this, but it's going to be too much out there.
Okay, then don't.
No, it's going to be, I'm not going to say it, man. But I just want to point out there.
Cover it.
Everybody must play their role. When it comes to the bedroom, everybody must play all the roles.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, I don't know how to say it. Look, they must be, must participate in the initiation. Participate in the whole foreplay, the seduction, the whatnot. Can't just be one, but say, "Hey, come miss me all time," doing the dirty dance all time, and somebody just say, "Okay, now."
Okay, yeah.
That you know what I mean? It must be a two-way street.
It must be a group participation.
Yeah, there we go. That came out. That came out.
I'm not even gonna entertain yet. But look here, and also now, I think women in general now, this is again a loose opinion. This is my opinion. No, I'm not representing anybody. Is that women don't deal good with rejection. And I'll now tell you why I think they don't deal good with rejection. Because women are more baby than men. And also, men go after women. You see? So for us, I won't say rejection is a normal thing, but rejection is on the table when we approach women.
We already know it's one of the options. Yeah.
It's something that can happen when we approach a woman. But for to initiate a relationship or conversation or whatever. But so for them is if they want that, they can get it. Not always, but if they want it, they can get it.
Generally
they can. If they want it, they can get it. So for them, it's like they're not used to rejection that much. So when you do say no, then it's like,
what? Since when?
What's going on here?
On that, no, I saw it. I don't know where I saw it, but this lady, a lady said this, that men are taught how to treat women from an early age already. Because you must say please, thank you, you must be gentle, open the doors.
All this vibes.
Women are not taught how to treat men.
My woman was, I think.
I think she's the exception then, because women don't really know how to treat men. You know what I mean? You understand what I mean?
I do understand. I'm actually thinking about it. I'm thinking about it in my woman's case.
It's a learned skill.
Because it's something that they see. Okay, I get what you're saying, because it's mostly something that they see in the household, how it goes. But men are specifically told,
yes,
boys don't need girls. A man or a boy should open a door
for a woman. Yes,
you always walk first.
All that is ingrained in us.
Okay, we get specifically told.
Women are taught how they must be treated by a man. They're not taught how to treat a man, a good man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's somebody who comes, who humbles himself,
and do everything as necessary. Yes.
They're not taught how to reciprocate. Show this man. They know is, and this is exactly what we said earlier. They know what to expect. So if you fall short, they call you out on it immediately. But it's not vice versa, because they don't know. Yeah. They don't know what they're doing wrong, because nobody's ever, because all their mommies, daddies have said, you are the main thing. So make sure they treat you like this, or they treat you like this, or they don't do this to you.
Double standards and cheating. Because society sometimes deems it when guys cheat, and it's like, he's cool.
It's alright.
But when girls cheat, then she's slack.
Look, I will say this analogy though, no? I will make you this analogy. If I say for instance, I take my spoon, take my spoon, I put it in milk. Okay. I rinse it off. I put it in coffee. I rinse it off. I put it in sand. I rinse it off. Put it in dirt, rinse it off. Comes clean again.
Oh.
Take a cup, or you take something that's inverted, and you put dirt in there. What happens? It makes it dirty forever. That's just my view. That's just my view. Simple as, I'm not advocating for cheating. I'm not saying apparently men does this, but for me, and I've spoken to Mochi about this.
So this kind of also leads into the body counting. Let's not dive too much into the body counting, but that's exactly what you were just speaking about.
No. I don't care.
So you want to tell me that cup had so many spoons in him in the school?
Okay, fair enough. No? But that is something you need to know beforehand. You need to know because
so that you can be okay with it. If you are okay with it.
No. I don't say non-serious vibe, but on a technically serious vibe. If you are this big and your mochi is this big.
So do you think, this is a sticky conversation. Do you think it's something that should automatically be disclosed in a relationship in the beginning, or do you think it's something that doesn't really matter that much unless you want to know?
Yeah, it's something.
Only if you want to
know.
Then she should tell you.
And
if she asks you, you should tell her.
I believe that. I believe if they wanted
transparency
now, yeah. You obviously, if your number is, depending on who your partner is, you might not want to be completely honest. I'm just saying, but there will be signs and the repercussions because
what if they changed? What if they were slecht before and they had like the yellow spoons in the cup,
and
now they're good. They're like they've actually changed.
It all depends on you, must now. If you can look past that, all those spoons must now. Obviously, it depends how many spoons it was. Depends how much it was a handful. That's a different. Also another double standard thing that we on the bedroom all woman. I've not seen it. I've seen it on movies quite a time, and I've heard it once or twice where women say, faster, deeper. You can't say
that's all you got.
Smaller, tighter. If she ever loosey goosey, what can you do? You must side scrape
the wall.
What do you call that? Bob spinning.
Bob spin. Look here, no. This episode is not inspirational.
It's just simple as that.
Look, but we've never really gone here. And
we try to avoid it.
We do. Try to like with our previous because the comments can sometimes be crazy.
It's controversial,
like with the Burkina Faso thing.
Okay. Wow, we are now, no?
We've got 2 minutes left.
Posting a retraction. This is my retraction. I saw the comments. I know I got roasted, and I apologize for saying it was Senegal. I know now it was Burkina Faso.
Ibrahim Traore.
We will do our research from now on.
And look here, I don't think it was the research, because before we recorded, you told me Burkina Faso. You did tell me Burkina Faso, but I'm not gonna lie. Now, when I watched the video back and we posted the clip, your answer was so convincing when you said Senegal. I was like, I fully believed you. Like, I was like, this guy's conviction, he can't be lying.
When you lie with conviction, everybody believes it.
Yeah. Okay. Can I say one last thing before we go?
Yes.
And that is the double standards in service. Double standards in service. When you go somewhere and you are not treated properly at the restaurant, but then you look at the other table and they're treated differently and they're treated immaculately. Or sometimes it's a racial thing. Look, I'm gonna be honest. And because I've seen it many times before, and it does kind of piss me off. Sometimes it's a racial thing, I'm not sure what else it can be besides it. Maybe but I'm never rude. I don't go.
I'm very polite.
I'm also very polite. I make it a duty to give them to be a good
client, to customer,
so that they can be a
or
good,
their name, put a little small fact about them or something,
so that they can give me good service, because I like good service,
and I give you a good tip.
And I tip. Look here, if it wasn't for my wife, there's been a few times that I wouldn't have tipped. But because of her, we tip.
Yeah,
but the service, if it's terrible service, I don't like tipping.
Yes, if you just come there, put the food down, whatever.
And some of them just like blatantly ignore you, and then you look at the other table and they're giving immaculate service there. I can't take it.
It's a pet peeve, yeah. I agree with you on that. I agree with you 100%.
This was a very interesting topic.
Crazy. This was. I still have quite a few, but we will do double standards again. We have to, because we barely scratch the surface.
I think what we can do is maybe double standards. We can have our partners here and then have it like a festival.
This month's will turn to die.
It will turn into a carnival.
He smaaked for us to go curry. That's he want everybody in the doghouse.
Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of Put It By The Wall. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the beautiful stuff. That is the best way you can show your support.
Amen.
That wraps it up for this crazy and wonderful episode of Put It By The Wall.
I hope it was informative
and funny.
It was definitely my tears is still it was very controversial. Note, this is only our opinions. This is not fact, or it's not ingrained in everybody. This is our opinions. This is what we observed on a daily basis through our lives, so to say.